Hey everybody, welcome to episode 2 of Hallmark special What a Hell of a Way to Dad. It is Francis, once again joined by my lovely wife, Beth. Beth, how are you doing today?
I'm great.
I know you are, because we have gone off the rails, folks. I regret to inform you that it turns out that Hallmark movies are incredibly my shit, as the kids would say.
Last time we talked, you said, these are just not our cup of tea. And oh, how wrong you were.
Oh, how the turntables here. Yes, I think what it is that there's an appreciation that I didn't have for Hallmark movies. I had my own assumptions about them, but it turns out that like when you are creating the same story over and over and over again, everything relies on how fresh can you make this? How different can you make this? What things can you plug into this? Because every movie we've watched so far has the exact same formula to it, but it's just who do you plug into it? And so that is what has really piqued my interest in this. Because like, can you tell me this story again for the 12th time and make it exciting or make something about it? And I guess also you and I we enjoy movies differently than other people. Like I often say that I am a Disney person with a big asterisk next to it because I'm really into the logistics of Disney more than anything else. So you and I, we kind of watch these movies, like now we're watching them to say like, oh, let's pause because we're inside a house now and we got to see the inside of the house.
We've gotten really into the interior decorating, first of all.
Especially during Christmas.
I mentioned the last time I am very into Zillow browsing. And so we're very much into how is that kitchen designed? What kind of decor are they using? What kind of garlands? Tonight, we kind of got into looking for another kitchen cabinet so that we can hang garland in the kitchen.
Yeah, because everybody has this sparkling garland hanging in their kitchen.
Everywhere.
And, yeah.
Everyone's kitchen is decorated. And that's not something I ever considered before. So now I'm going to be looking to decorate my kitchen.
Yeah, my Hallmark dad ass is going to be up in the attic drilling holes so that I can run electrical drops in the ceiling so we can plug all this stuff in.
We just saw, I just showed you an Instagram reel yesterday where it was like, oh, my wife spent 3 seconds on Instagram and now I'm on a ladder.
Yeah. Yeah, and luckily I am a proper Hallmark hunk in that I am handy enough to do little things. It seems fixing fences. A lot of fences need to be mended. A lot of women with broken fences out there. And boys, if you are looking for a sensible woman who is from LA and wants to get away from the hustle and bustle, but she doesn't even know it yet, and she's got a squeaky fence, well, if you unsqueak that fence, she's gonna say, I never thought to look at this guy like this before. Yeah, you're gonna be like, we are 23 minutes into this movie, aren't we? It's time for that beat, isn't it?
Now, and we also have to mention, what else have we been watching to learn the behind the scenes of Hallmark movie making?
Oh my goodness, we've been watching Finding Mr. Christmas.
Amazing.
It's an possibly the most incredible show like I think that I've watched. Because, and I don't know, I don't watch model shows like Project Runway or the RuPaul's Drag Race. You know, I don't watch these modeling kind of things. But
I don't either. But let's refresh first. We did mention last week that one of the stars of Christmas on Duty won Finding Mr. Christmas last season.
Well, I wouldn't say star. He was the handsome guy running a gas station who can't afford t-shirts.
One of the fellas we mentioned from the last movie. He won Finding Mr. Christmas last season. I think he was the winner. So we didn't really know anything.
Because he got a movie. He got Home for the Holidays.
Oh, right.
The dog-themed Christmas movie.
We didn't know anything about Finding Mr. Christmas until we noticed that guy won it. And then I saw somebody mention it on Instagram that it was the most incredible show that everybody had to watch. A comedian that I really love, Chris Burns. And we started watching Finding Mr. Christmas yesterday, season 2. We have not watched season 1 yet. We started watching season 2 and we are learning how much goes into making these movies that, you know, we initially said these are very formulaic. The acting's not that great. How wrong we were. Yeah. Truly.
Yeah. Like, because when you watch.
We were so ignorant.
We were. And the first episode, you know, I guess I did. I kind of was laughing at them. But like by the end of it, I am 100% on the side of all of these hunks.
Every single one.
Because, like, one, there is not a lick of body fat among any of them, it seems. They are very chiseled, which I feel kind of goes, I don't know. There's not a lot of t-shirt, taking shirts off in your average Hallmark movie. But they all have chiseled abs. They all have the chiseled jaw lines. They're all probably like mid-20s to mid to early 30s.
I would say probably mid-20s to mid-30s.
Yeah.
They did say that one of them was the youngest and he looked about 25, I would say.
Yeah, and they said he still had like 12 years of modeling under his belt. So
yeah, I think 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he'd been probably modeling since he was a teenager.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't looked up any of these people. We don't know what their stats are, but we only know what they've said on the show, which is that most of them are models.
Yeah.
One former football star.
The football player was so endearing because he
looks like a Kelsey, first of all.
Yeah, he looks like a football guy, but he's a punter. And if you're not a football person, which I imagine most of the people who are watching Hallmark's Finding Mr. Christmas are not.
Football is pretty popular.
Yeah, I guess. Probably
We're not
a lot of
sports
Southern
people. We're not sports people at all. So we're like, well, football is pretty popular with other people.
Although you always get weirded out when I start watching sports and commentating on it.
So Francis does not watch any sports at home. None. Never is there a sports game on our television. But if there is a sports game happening in his vicinity, I am immediately alarmed at how much sports knowledge he has. All this secret knowing of rules. He turns into sports guy if sports are happening around him.
Yeah.
But he went to a college prep high school, so.
Yeah, you had to know at least and I grew up watching football in my house and baseball in the house.
But your parents are very into sports, which is why it always surprises me that no sports are ever on in our house because your parents are so into baseball and hockey. No, I never noticed football particularly, but you know all the rules to all the sports, and I don't know any of them.
Yeah, I watched a lot of Blues growing up, a lot of Cardinals growing up. It was always on. It was always something they could kind of put on as background noise,
And like we talked about the last time a sports game was on, it is literally background noise to me because I cannot process commentary for sports. It all is like the Peanuts adults. And so I just can't follow a game listening that way. So it becomes very soothing background noise to me.
Right. And I don't know. I just never feel a desire to put sports on in the house, but I do enjoy a sports highlight show. But yeah, we're at 9 Mile, and I think there's a Chiefs game on, and Chiefs is like the closest football team that we have here, so we're all like de facto Chiefs fans when the Battlehawks aren't playing. But footballer here was just a punter. That's all he did. Somehow he got sidelined by an injury, and now he's looking for what is going to spark his joy again.
What's his purpose?
Yeah, what's his purpose? And apparently it's acting and having no body fat. Because that was
being handsome.
Yeah, being a good looking guy. And I guess we should this is going to be kind of a scattershot episode, I think, because we've kind of blown apart our whole original, we're going to watch these 4 cute movies. And now it's just I need to watch 7 movies a day. We are in fact going to be.
I was going to say, so speaking of this footballer looking like a Kelsey and us being very close to Chiefs terrain, where the Chiefs are.
That would be so cool if you were like a D&D player too. If you were just throwing, but you're not. You don't just their terrain. This is just the mapping area, the draws and hills that they have.
So last week we said by next year we're going to be going to Hallmark movie weekends in Kansas City. We're gonna get so into this that we're gonna end up at Hallmark movie weekends. Well, so here's the thing. After we recorded that episode, I was like, we really could fit one of the Hallmark weekends into our schedule this year. We have a lot of events going on this year. We have a lot of vendor events happening, but there's one weekend that we left free with nothing that we have to do that weekend. And I managed to get a good rate at the Westin in Crown Center. And so we are going to to Hallmark Weekend for one night just to check it out.
It's a 3.5 hour drive across the states. No problem. We'll just trip on over to Kansas City. We've done it multiple times because our daughter does Irish dance out there. But
we've spent a lot of time in Crown Center, but we've never actually been in Hallmark headquarters.
Yeah.
We always go to Kansas City for their Irish Fest weekend. And then we're just consumed by Irish Fest.
We actually never go anywhere in Kansas City except for
Crown Center,
Union Station and Crown Center. Yeah, like it's right next to the World War I Museum. And one of these days I'm going to get out there and get through that. But we just always have, it's the only place we go is the Crown Center.
So Crown Center feels very familiar to us. So when I was like, oh, we can squeeze this in, we're very familiar with the hotels. We've stayed at them many times. We know our way around. And we're like, let's do it. So we'll have that coming up.
That'll be a fun little report for all of you.
Yes.
After that. So I think that what we're going to be doing is kind of changing the experiment a bit, I suppose. Like, because the great thing about the Hallmark Movie Channel is, one, every movie is an hour and 23 minutes long.
Which is perfect for our attention span and our lifestyle.
Yeah. And look, we got a 10-year-old and I like to be in bed at a certain hour. And all of this, like, one battle after another is like 3 hours long. Sinners, 2 hours, 45 minutes. Every Marvel movie that comes out and I just don't have the patience for it. Like, I don't want to watch something like that for 3 hours, but a Hallmark movie, you can just toss it on at any time. You don't have to pay too close of attention to it. Like, if it's not piquing your interest, it's okay to kind of dip in and out of it. Our kid, it's something that we can put on that our kid doesn't like fight us about. That's something she fights us about.
Boy,
TV.
does she fight us over television a lot. We live in a very small house and we just have the one TV, and it is finding something that everybody can watch is a constant fight in our house.
Exactly.
Especially with a lot of spicy brains.
Exactly. So Hallmark, and as you said, with that spicy brainness and how the Hallmark Crown Center is familiar, these are just very familiar movies. Like, what you're going to get with them. You know what all of the beats are. It's just, are you going to enjoy the journey? It's like a Stephen King book, right? Like, the ending is going to be but like, are you going to enjoy your time getting there?
Yes, it is about the journey. And as we're learning from Finding Mr. Christmas, the chemistry between the main stars is not an easy thing.
No. Yeah.
Because we talked last week about Christmas on Duty with Janelle Parrish.
Mm-hmm.
So the first episode of season 2 of Finding Mr. Christmas, she was the star that all of them had to practice acting with.
Right.
And for her, it was just like nothing.
Right. Well, she had it easy. Like the hunks here, like what it was on skis. So first off, everybody's got to be on skis, skiing down a slope. Second off, they only get one take. So they only get one shot at this. So half of these guys have don't know snow at all. Friggin' Angel from Caracas has probably never seen snow, let alone done any skiing. He's just like, I want everybody else to go first so I can kind of watch them and see what's going on. And so you got to and Janelle's got the easy job. She's got to kind of fall down, and the handsome ski guy comes up and he's supposed to stop, help her up, deliver a couple of lines, and then another ski patrol guy comes up and delivers a couple of lines. And, so it's kind of it's building kind of like a rivalry for the pretty girl on the ski slopes and everything.
But also she could have acted with anybody.
Yeah.
And all of them, you could not say that about them. A bunch of them were really, really struggling.
Yeah.
With even just remembering a couple lines.
Yeah. It's the first time for a lot of these guys. Football guy, he's just saying this is the first audition I've ever done in my entire life.
Yeah.
Like my first,
some of them are really thrown into the deep end of the pool.
Yeah. So, and we're not going to give anything away because you all should catch up with
no spoilers.
No spoilers for Finding Mr. Christmas. With a big spoiler alert sign up for it. Yeah, so Finding Mr. Christmas, I think also the great part about it is that it has a really fun little easy thing and then a challenging thing, because we've watched 2 episodes so far. I think they have 7 out so right now.
They have each episode has like an acting challenge that has kind of a physical element to it, and they both had a crafting challenge.
Yes, there's the opening like crafting challenge to and whoever wins that gets an advantage in the next round. So in our first one, the first crafting challenge is they had 30 minutes to like hot glue gun a bunch of stuff to a Santa outfit and be like a certain kind of Santa. So it was, how quick can you find can you do creativity? And it was all like, you got to watch it because like you can't create anything phenomenal in 30 minutes with hot glue guns, but you can make something comical. And I think that a lot of them,
I don't know, Santini did a pretty
good Italian,
very creative job with some ribbon in the Santa suit.
Yeah. I think that somebody put the Twin Towers on the back of his
That was
Santa
Santini.
suit.
He was the New York Santa.
New York Santa.
He did quite a lot with ribbons and felts. Like he had a pizza, he had the New York skyline and ribbon and Christmas ribbon. It's really something else. What was the craft on the second one?
The second one, what was that one that they had?
The acting challenge was basically modeling, and they were going to be modeling
it was the slingshot. It was the present slingshot.
Reminiscent of that Amazing Race episode with the watermelons, if anybody remembers that from years back.
Yeah, so in episode 2, they're broken down to 3 teams of 3, and they have to slingshot presents. Like they have to use a 3-person slingshot to wing presents into a sleigh, basically. And it takes them a while to like really kind of nail down how to do this properly. And it's very funny to watch these guys who are all like, they're beautiful. Like all of these men are just so beautiful, and they're so well like toned and doing everything with their bodies. And to watch them miserably fail at stuff, like,
but also they're so supportive of each other. Like it's such positive masculinity happening on Finding Mr. Christmas.
These right when the first guy got eliminated, everybody was crying. Every bro, there was not a dry bro in the on the whole stage. There was everybody. I mean, I guess technically they're hunks, Hallmark hunks, but they all call each other bro. And yeah, they were not happy about it. They understand that this is, because there's scenes like I want to work with these guys. I want to help them. I want them to help me. Some of these guys have, like Angel has, like 12 years of actual acting under his belt. Got a lot of small parts, but a lot of on-screen stuff. So all the other guys are like, oh, this would be a good guy to like hang out with and get some pointers. And Angel's like, oh yeah, I'll help you guys out. They're so into each other.
I especially love when the one, I think it was Drake, came in and said that his best feature was his hair. And then like when he walks into the hunk house and one of the guys says, wow, dude, great hair, like right off the bat.
Just immediately. And he's right. He does have great hair. All of these guys, as I said earlier, I think I posted on Blue Sky, all of these guys are like smart enough to be incredibly compassionate, heartfelt people, but not so smart that they're going to make you feel like intimidated, because they're very golden retriever like, and they're just like, I just want to have fun. I want to be a model. Like this is very Derek Zoolander, and God bless them all. They all seem like if they're like I've seen their acting, Beth. It's not good.
No.
So I have to believe
some of them were pretty good though.
Yeah, some of them
like you can pretty much. I've got my favorites already. 2 episodes in that I think are like actual movie potential dudes.
Is it Angel? You're not into Angel?
I don't know all their names yet, but the guy that won, well, no spoilers, but the guy that won the second episode, and I don't know his name, so I can't spoil it. Like I see him going straight to leading man.
And look, that's what they said about Ezra, and we saw how he did in Christmas on Duty. So I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see. We've got so many more episodes to go.
Now we've gone so deeply into the Hallmark hyperfocus that we're going to be following these guys' careers for years. Maybe in a couple of years we'll run into them on the Hallmark cruise.
Oh my God! Can you imagine? Can you imagine showing up to Kansas City and getting to meet Colin Ferguson.
Ugh, I wish.
Like you and I would not be able to contain ourselves. Colin Ferguson, famously from the sci-fi TV series Eureka, if you remember it.
In this household, we are huge fans of Eureka. And to a lesser degree, Warehouse 13. If you're from a certain era of the Sci-Fi Channel, you just know. And Eureka was one of the best sci-fi shows ever made, and we all love it, including our 10-year-old. And so that is a really great segue into how this project went off the rails.
Yes, because we watched...
Because we love us some Colin Ferguson.
We did. We watched Colin Ferguson in Christmas in Montana. And Colin Ferguson plays the rancher who his ranch is in trouble. And there's a beautiful woman from LA who has forgotten what Christmas means or something.
She's a workaholic.
She's a workaholic. And she's going to go out there and she's going to help them save the ranch. And Colin Ferguson is just, I mean, these guys are probably in their 40s, right? So this is kind of a middle age.
Colin Ferguson is in his 50s.
Yeah, at this point, yeah. So this is kind of a, later in life romance. The leading lady has a teenage daughter who's, probably 16 or 17 years old. And Christmas in Montana is just so endearing because we love Colin Ferguson, like his demeanor, the way he acts, the way he's
a very, very funny and physical comedy kind of guy. Like,
yes.
His background is he has a lot of improv experience, so he is a very funny actor, and he just, like, we talk about this so much, we do not understand why he's not in more movies. Right. I hope he's happy even with the level of work that he gets.
I know, but even like he's the Maytag man too, and like even when I see him as the Maytag man, it's funny as shit. Like his look, his deadpan look as he's just tumbling laundry is the funniest thing ever. So I love me some Colin Ferguson for sure.
And you get to see a lot of his good humor in Christmas in Montana.
Yeah.
Like it's a very Sheriff Carter kind of role where he's just like an aw shucks.
Yeah. There's a lot of aw shucksing in this one. And that's kind of one of the hallmarks of a Hallmark hunk, especially ones like this. Cause we also watched Christmas Homecoming, which is one of the military ones that we talked about watching, which is an insane movie as well. But the leading man in that was also very much an aw shucks guy. He was just aw shucksing all over the place. that man was also, it turns out he was special forces. So he probably has some deep seated demons going on there. Enough to re-enlist.
Are we going to talk about that one, that Christmas Homecoming, and how you were saying that everybody in that movie was the same rank?
Yes, every NCO was a master sergeant. Like there was no staff sergeants, there were no sergeant first classes, there were no command sergeant majors, there was one officer and he was a doctor, so he doesn't count. But yeah, every time you would see like this guy would be like, oh, I'm friends with here's this other soldier that I served with, another fucking master sergeant. And like I was telling Beth, the master sergeant is the most unbothered of the E8s because like that's the one rank that you don't have any responsibilities. You're not a first sergeant, you're not a command sergeant major, you're not a regular sergeant major. You just kind of float and nobody's going to bother you.
And he was unbothered.
He was. I think that guy was.
Except he was a little bothered by bringing his people home, though.
He did. He got his he made sure that he got his people home. Those military ones are kind of hard to watch just because they're very, very heavy-handed, especially one that involves a lot of like, my husband died in the military and now you're in the military and I don't know how I feel about that. Not a great movie.
Okay, but it just like it ended like twice. It felt like it ended twice, and it just wasn't. It was very awkward ending.
Yes. So the basic plot line is we've got Julie Benz, who played Dexter's wife on Dexter, or Dexter's girlfriend, I guess. Girlfriend, wife, I can't remember if they got married, but
it's been a while since I watched that show.
It's been a bit. So yeah, she was also in Boondock Saints 2 as the lead investigator. Yeah.
I don't think have I seen Boondock Saints 2?
You have not. You have not.
Oof.
I have protected you from that one. I have watched it twice.
What? When did that come out?
Oh God, years ago. Like not too many years ago. Pre-COVID, I think.
I mean, we have
definitely pre-COVID.
We have to be honest here. One of the reasons that we got together was because I owned Boondock Saints.
It was because you
and
also,
it was a commemorative edition in the tin.
Yeah, you also had a terrible taste in movies, just like me. You also could not see what that movie was actually about. It's like you set a trap for 20-year-old white boys. It's just like if you had a Fight Club poster up and Pulp Fiction. You need Pulp Fiction.
I did.
Yeah, I know.
You didn't, not in that house, but when I was younger though and had my own apartment, I definitely had Pulp Fiction poster. I don't think I had Fight Club, but I did have a Reservoir Dogs poster.
Yeah.
I had a deep Tarantino phase.
Yeah, dudes loved Fight Club because everybody wanted to look like Brad Pitt. Like there was a real unhealthy time in men's health in the late 90s.
That era was unhealthy for everybody. Yeah. That was the heroin chic era as well.
Oh God, yeah, it was.
But yeah, yes, I definitely had a very problematic dude taste in movies back then. My other favorite movie at that era was Snatch. Love that movie.
That's a good movie though. That movie's
love a Guy Ritchie movie.
Yeah, there's no like, I don't think we're gonna watch Snatch and be like, oh, this actually has some really terrible themes in it that I was not paying attention to.
Well, that's a story for another time. Yeah. We're getting off.
We're getting off of Christmas in Montana. So as I mentioned earlier too, one of the things that we love is a good, especially with Christmas, a good scene decoration. Because
that ranch house. Wow.
Christmas in Montana goes fucking hog wild. And it seems like, because Christmas in a far-flung, kind of country western thing is a theme that is revisited a lot. There's Christmas in Wisconsin, I think. There's Christmas in multiple
Vermont.
Northern states. Yeah.
Anywhere snowy. Right.
Snowy and kind of remote. So you can have a lot of big space and big mountains. You got to have big mountains behind you. And yeah, the amount, so many times watching Christmas in Montana, just thinking like, you could probably save a lot of money if you turned off any of these lights. They get a real Clark Griswold thing going on here.
Really decorating every single doorway of the house, every single cabinet. We've seen that in actually quite a few of the movies where they decorate the cabinets. Mm-hmm. I've never been one for that before.
Here's the thing. I wonder now, and this goes back to our logistics thoughts here. I wonder if these houses, these Hallmark houses that we keep seeing, because we're still not sure if these are like, if they're renting a house or if they're just like, no, we just own this house and we redecorate it for whatever movie that we're shooting. Because I wonder if the houses are built specifically to have electrical in all of these places. It's either that or it's got to be a shitload of AA batteries.
Yeah, that's a good question. And as I said earlier tonight, like we mentioned last week that we are completely new to this Hallmark universe. But I know that these episodes are going to bring Hallmark fans out of the woodwork because I know there's a lot of closet Hallmark fans. Mm-hmm. And I know there's going to be people that want to tell us about this stuff. Because we don't know how any of this works. We do a lot of IMDb browsing while we're watching them. I do know Christmas in Montana was like Legends of the Fall was also filmed in Canada, not in Montana.
Most of this stuff, it seems, if it's not filmed in Canada, it's filmed in Utah.
Yes. So there's definitely a lot of Utah happening in the Hallmark universe. I gotta imagine, like, as we talked about last week with Adam Johnson, who played Doug, that he's in the Mormon wiki. I bet there's a lot of Mormons involved in Hallmark.
Oh, I'm sure. It's good, wholesome,
And as you know, so I don't know if we want to get into the suggestion that somebody made that we look into this other podcast that did an episode about Hallmark movies. And it was 5 years ago. And they said that there's just like the Hallmark movies are just white people, conservative fantasies. And Hallmark has really changed their diversity levels a lot in the past 5 years, as I understand it. And that's one of the reasons that a former Hallmark executive started the Great American or whatever, the Candace Cameron Bure branched off into this other conservative movie production company because Hallmark was getting too woke.
Yeah. Hallmark has, an entire section for African American romance stories and Hallmark movies.
There seems to be LGBTQ storylines.
Yeah, there's cute boys falling in love with cute boys.
Every single movie we've watched so far has had lots of characters that are not white.
Yeah.
And also
sassy black ladies, sassy black friends.
Not even that, but like lots of interracial relationships. Even a movie we watched tonight, Christmas at Catnip Cafe, about a cat cafe. That one just came out last week. That had an interracial adoption in it. That was pretty cool. So definitely Hallmark has gotten a lot more woke in the past 5 years.
Sure.
And I think that that's also very interesting.
Right. And like literally the only thing they did did. It was they just said, okay, just stop putting so many white people into it. Like nothing's changed about like the formula. It's still there. It's just now they have like, this is my granddaughter, and the granddaughter is black and the grandmother is white. Cool. And, nothing that we have to like talk about, but it's just like, we're gonna throw in this biracial kid.
And there's just a lot of diversity in the movies from what we have seen. And then, of course, Finding Mr. Christmas even has a Venezuelan guy. And there's several black guys and a Venezuelan guy. So it's like, it's not all white dudes. It's not all white Mormons from Utah. But we did laugh tonight about Christmas at Catnip Cafe, which I thought was a great movie. It just came out last week. It's about a cat cafe.
It was a little annoying to start, but it did.
It was very cute.
It's got a here's the thing, just like Colin Ferguson, it's got a funny, goofy lead who can be a goof.
Yes, and even though the female lead was infuriating, the character was infuriating. They had great chemistry together.
They did. She was really good.
They were really, really good together.
Yeah.
But we had to laugh because, like, I'm sure you've mentioned on the show before that our kid is like, cats are her special interest. So she was really wanting to watch this Cat Cafe Hallmark movie. And we laughed at the end of it that, like, how could that even be a conservative fantasy that is obviously a leftist fantasy?
Right.
The Cat Cafe? Are you kidding me?
To stop the yeah. I mean, this is a show like the ski movies where it's like, we got to stop the evil developer from taking over the ski slope. This is exactly that same thing. They have, but even here's the thing, even the evil developer, the quote unquote evil developer. So the plot line is that this lady's aunt dies, and it turns out she owned half of this cat cafe in upstate New York, and gave it the half to the niece. The niece goes up there to see it. The other half owner,
wants to sell it immediately because she has a life in California.
Right. And she's found this condo that she wants to buy. So she wants to sell it, but the other half owner.
And can we just say, like, that condo would have been like $5 million.
So much money. That
LA?
condo was insane. That condo was nuts. And I mean, look, she looked like she made money, but goddamn, she was
a single woman who just had a small marketing agency. So she wasn't getting a $5 million condo, even if she sold the Cat Cafe.
Yeah. My upstate New York cat cafe.
Right. Which was the nicest cat cafe we've ever seen. And we've been to quite a few.
Yeah. I've been to cafes that aren't that nice, let alone with cats or not.
And they probably built that out in a warehouse.
Shoved a bunch of cats into it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and of course, the two fall in love. She realizes, oh, actually, I do love this, cats. And because her aunt, there's a whole backstory of her aunt that is kind of revealed through backstory, which I thought was really nice. How they kept kind of revealing her connection to the cats as it was kind of reawakening as she played more with the cats and spending more time with Chris, doing Christmas stuff. So it was
no spoilers, obviously, because this movie goes exactly where you would expect it to go.
Right.
We can talk about these plots. You're going to know that everything works out in the end.
Yeah. No sad endings, only happy endings here. Now, I think after we get done with Christmas, because there's so many Christmas movies.
Years worth of Christmas movies.
But I feel like in January, we're going to kick over to the mysteries.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So you are a big fan of the cozy mystery.
I love a cozy mystery.
Yes. Please explain what a cozy mystery is to the all the sci-fi readers out there.
Well, and let me preface this by saying I grew up reading horribly gory thrillers. Like, I love Dean Koontz. I love Stephen King. I love Tess Gerritsen. Like, I read every kind of horror and thriller out there. But cozy mysteries, though, are formulaic, like a Hallmark movie. There's always the protagonist is always like a 30-something woman who is just average looking. Usually she describes herself as being very average.
A solid
she usually
6.
or maybe like a 7.
Yeah.
But she always has a really gorgeous best friend. The main character is generally always a business owner. Either she owns a bookstore or a Christmas store or something like that.
Or a Sherlock store.
That's the Sherlock Bookshop series by Vicki Delaney. Those are good ones. My favorite series is Donna Andrews' Meg Lanslow books, which Meg is a blacksmith.
Every time you describe the Meg Lanslow books to me, they
are so funny. And obviously Donna Andrews is a huge geek because she throws in so many geeky sci-fi pop culture references, and the storylines are really comical and they're really funny books. And great, amazing cast of characters that are all very eccentric. And that's why I like that series the most. There's, I believe, book 37 just came out in that series.
So many murders that she's been involved in. So many murders.
So, and then the premise of a cozy mystery is generally that the police are inept, or it may be, if the series is long running, that the main character gets to be friends with the police. But generally it's the police are looking in the wrong direction. One of the main characters, friends or family, is being implicated in the crime, and she has to rush to solve the case because the police are looking at the wrong people. And also a hallmark of a cozy mystery is that they don't describe a murder victim in detail. There's no gore, and there's also no sex in these books, because if you've read any level of romance or erotica type books, you know that sometimes authors should just not even be touching that subject at all. Like, it's so awkward. It's so cringe. It's so awkward. In a cozy mystery, you don't have to worry about that bad writing at all, because they just don't do it.
No point in time in this mystery are you going to be assaulted by a sex scene that you weren't expecting.
No, it's just a smooch and a fade to black.
That's probably why people like the Amish love stories.
Yeah.
They're probably not even smooching in that one.
I don't know. That's
showing
not one that
TNA, toes and ankles.
That's not one I'm going to touch. But I do like my funny cozy mysteries, though. And so I never really knew anything about Hallmark movies, as we've said. But like, as we're browsing through Hallmark Plus streaming, we're realizing that there are so many cozy mystery series that we have to watch. And a lot of them star people that we're familiar with, like Allison Sweeney, who was on Days of Our Lives for a very long time as a villain. I don't know if she ever turned good. When I watched Days of Our Lives in high school and college, well, and even younger than that, she was the baddie. But now she's on a baking themed cozy mystery series on Hallmark. But she also, we were really endeared to her on the season of Lego Masters Junior that came out this year.
Yeah.
Because she worked with a couple kids who were probably pretty spicy.
Very on the spectrum.
Yeah. And she was so great with these boys. She was really sweet. And so now I'm excited to watch everything she's ever done.
Yeah, and we found that there's a married couple that has a whole like globetrotting mystery series and everything.
Weren't they the fencing one? No,
that was the catering mystery.
One?
Yeah, cater. Yeah, so there's wedding planner mysteries. There's caterer mysteries. There's crossword mysteries.
There's a whole line of travel related ones that I want to get into.
The fixer-upper mysteries that have Jewel and Colin Ferguson. We're very excited about that one.
I've seen one of those already.
Yeah. So there's just a lot, and it's all of these very basic kind of jobs that people work and are suddenly around a lot of murders for some reason.
And it's always a small town. I don't know anything about the Hallmark cozy mysteries yet, but often in cozy mysteries, it's a small town, usually very quaint, Main Street. The detective, while looking in the wrong direction, is usually always from a big city, and they have moved to the small town for some reason. Just like in a Hallmark movie, the main character has given up some job somewhere else to come to that small town.
Right.
And be small towny.
Be small town person. Or, maybe they're just from there. Like, I feel like
sometimes they are returning to their hometown.
Yeah.
But most of the time there is that element of like, oh yeah, I used to work at a big city magazine and now I've moved back to this small town.
Christmas in Montana was corporate lawyer, which Colin Ferguson is a corporate lawyer. She was a
finance lady though. No, she was from the bank with the loan.
But Colin Ferguson was a corporate lawyer.
Oh, that's right. He was a lawyer. Yeah. And he moved back home.
He moved back home, and his fiance didn't like living on a ranch in Montana. So his heart's been closed for the last 5 years. But here comes widowed. I can't remember her name, but her and her daughter. And you have the thing that I really like about these two is the multiple plot lines, where it's not only do we have to heal her heart, but we have to heal the relationship between her and her daughter, because her daughter's just like, but what if they don't have Wi-Fi in Montana, Mom? Like,
but the daughter really falls in love with the ranch first.
Yeah. She does not, and I also like that the daughter falls in love with the ranch, and she finds a female friend. No boys, no boyfriends.
No boys, just horse girls.
No handsome ranch hands that we are going to see here in this movie. No.
The mom doesn't have to deal with the teen daughter doing anything inappropriate.
Exactly.
They only have good times around the campfire with s'mores and carols.
Yeah.
Many Christmas trees.
She invited me to go with her family to go sing carols. Can I go do that? Oh, I guess you can. Okay. They're smoking weed, but also, well, I guess you can. That's fine too.
She was probably like 14, so she wasn't of a, well, you know.
I was gonna say, but Christmas in Montana, great healing. All of the small conflicts end up getting resolved, which our big conflict resolution is how are we going to save the ranch. And I think they turn it into an
event space.
Yeah, well, an experience. Like
they make it a destination, but it is about Christmas at the ranch, though.
Yes,
like it's a Christmas package at the ranch. Which is kind of competition with the B&B, which is also a main character of that movie, is the B&B owner.
Well, I
guess they kind of all, you can families are absorbed.
Yeah, and you're only really going to be doing Christmas packages during the Christmas season. Any other time, the B&B. And also, like, look.
Because the whole problem with the ranch is that the handsome rancher was just giving away everything for free.
Right, but you can't stay on the ranch. So I imagine the B&B, like, there's not a hotel on the ranch. Well, maybe in 5 years.
No, that house was enormous. They were going to convert it.
Oh, were they?
Yeah. Okay. And then also have like the big event space in the barn.
Mm-hmm.
As you do.
That big rickety barn. If
you've got a big barn, it's got to be a wedding venue.
Yeah. Christmas weddings in Montana with Colin Ferguson. So I look forward to watching more of these. I think that this has kind of turned into more than just these 4 movies.
We didn't talk about USS Christmas.
We didn't, because there's really not anything to talk about with that movie. Like, could we have really
talked? That was strange, though, that I have seen that movie before and it was not familiar to you at all. And there's no reason I would have watched it alone. Yeah, no recollection of that movie. Cannot remember seeing it. But that one is that one is a mystery too. It's a romantic mystery. Mystery.
It's not a mystery unless somebody's dead. That one is about a minor mystery. Yeah, it's about a tiger cruise, which is apparently in the Navy, and you Navy people are going to have to let me know about this. But they kind of do a cruise on the ship, and you can bring your family on board, so the family can see how everybody, how everything works, and see mom and dad at work on the big boat or whatever. So they're doing this, and there's a woman. I just remember here the thing that pissed me off about this is this woman is a local reporter, and she's just like, I'm under this deadline for this like big corruption story, but I'm just so tired of writing stories about corruption. I want to write a fun story about love and romance. And like literally, and every time her editor calls, like, more corruption is happening. She's like, but I want to think it's something about love.
Like every reporter who's ever been on the like personal interest beat has wanted to move up, and she wants to move down.
Can I write a story about falling in love? And she does. That's her whole thing. And she spends the entire Christmas cruise like trying to do this while her editor is just like, I guess corruption can wait till January 1st, I suppose.
He gives it to somebody else.
Yeah,
he gives that story to somebody else.
Like, I'm going to find somebody who gives a shit about this job. Jesus. So she gets assigned very square-headed Lieutenant Flyboy to come around with him,
escort her around, and then he gets into the mystery. They have no chemistry together
at all. He's very he's supposedly very anti-Christmas. His call sign is Grinch. And like throughout the entire, because when you're doing a Hallmark movie, especially a Christmas movie, there needs to be one person who has the Christmas spirit and one person who does not have it. And generally, it's the goofy man has the Christmas spirit and the strict uptight lady does not. But nobody really had any Christmas anything in this. And
no, because she wasn't really that into Christmas either.
She wasn't really
She
into...
didn't want to go on the Tiger Cruise.
No, and she really wasn't into him either.
No.
She was more into the story of like finding these two people who fell in love on a Tiger Cruise, like the first Tiger Cruise that the ship did. And so she's like trying to track this couple down, and Flyboy is just like, all right, well, I guess Dad told me I have to go. The dad's his captain. So he's like, I guess I have to go do whatever you want to do. And she just kind of like regards him like, okay, I guess you're the thing that comes with me. You're the puppy that's following me around.
You know, I'm listening to you recap this and thinking about how you had said that, like, well, they don't have any chemistry because, like, she doesn't seem to care about him, and that, like, he's just going along with what she's doing. And I was just thinking about how before we started dating, that I had a reputation for just being like, I mean, I'm going to do what I want, but you can come if you want to.
Right.
And literally you invited yourself along when I was organizing a group thing. So.
Yeah. to go to an abandoned lead mine, everybody. How was I not going to go do that? And look how well that I'm going to go do what I want.
I'm just saying.
You can come with me. You
said that story was unbelievable, but look at us. She's a strong, independent woman that don't need no man.
This is fair, but he had to go with her though, and the entire time
only for at the beginning. Yeah, well, he didn't have to go with her to New York City.
Well, I did not see any part of him gaining the Christmas spirit. Not like in Christmas on Duty, like when the Janelle
Parrish. Yeah, Janelle Parrish.
Janelle Parrish. Janelle opens up to Christmas very well. Like she knows what she's doing.
She always
here.
Liked Christmas. She just had type 2 Christmas activities.
Type 2 Christmas activities.
Yeah, she didn't hate Christmas. She just had a special way of doing it. A type A way of doing it.
Yeah.
And I think for USS Christmas, whatever, Lieutenant Beefcake, he didn't hate Christmas. He just had forgotten how much he used to like Christmas when he was a kid.
He's very military oriented. He's just like everything's like, I find these tiger.
He's the workaholic of the movie.
Yeah.
He had no time for Christmas. He was busy flying planes.
Yeah, he's got to fly. He's got to put the airplane up in the air, and then he's got to bring it back down.
Yeah, so that one is mediocre. It's not a great one. Of all the movies we've watched in the last 2 weeks, that was the least of them.
Yeah, I think that's the one that I'm not going to. I mean, I really wouldn't go back and rewatch. What was the Christmas Homecoming? I wouldn't rewatch.
I don't see that being in a regular rotation for us.
Christmas in Montana, though, we will probably watch again before the end of this month. So.
Well, there's one other.
Christmas on Honeysuckle Lane.
Is that the one that
with Colin Ferguson
is in? Yeah. Isn't there a mystery series that...
Yeah, he's in the one with Jewel.
No, I mean the Honeysuckle Lane isn't... There's a mystery series with a similar name to that.
Possibly.
Probably.
There's one that I'm looking forward to called Rosemary in Time that is about British gardeners who stumble across crimes.
Oh, and then there was the British ghost one that has Anthony Head in it.
Oh, God, yeah.
We've got so much to cover.
There's so much content happening over there. And
this was supposed to be a 4-episode thing, and it's going to spin off into something else.
Yeah, look, if they're going to keep cranking these movies out, because we're watching movies that are like Christmas in Montana is the last sometime in I think that was 2019 actually.
Maybe 2019 or 2021. Right. It was 5 issues.
But Christmas in Catnip Cafe,
that was a week ago.
Yeah, it was a week ago. I could definitely see us watching that again.
And Christmas on Duty was new this year too.
Yeah, and I would watch that again. Yeah,
we watched it twice already. I mean, we'll watch it for Doug and Donna.
Yeah, Doug and Donna.
And of course, our favorite one is coming up, which is Operation Christmas Drop.
Mm-hmm. Not a Hallmark movie, but Hallmark.
It could be, but it's not. It's Netflix.
It falls into the same category. So I guess this is our second episode. Our third. What do we want our third episode to be about? Then we're gonna have to. Maybe I tell you what, maybe
this
we
is
can...
an ever-evolving project.
We can recap the entirety of Finding Mr. Christmas. Wouldn't that be great content for you, the Patreon payer? The person putting their hard-earned fucking dollars down for this.
There's just so much to do.
Content for the content hogs, man. This is what it is.
I don't know. I feel like we might have to get into one of the mysteries. Is there a Christmas mystery?
The Mistletoe Murders.
Oh, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Honeysuckle Lane, Mistletoe Murders, whatever.
Yeah.
That's the one I was thinking of. Yeah. We're going to have to get into the Mistletoe Murders.
Yeah, we're going to have to see somebody writing a slay, SLAY. It doesn't work over the audio medium.
So one thing that I want to make clear is that like I did not drag Francis into this whatsoever. This was not my idea. I know it seems like, oh, his wife dragged him into the Hallmark movies. No, I would not
be spending my time on these if like, and again, I think maybe next for next episode, we'll wait till we're back from Hallmark, our Hallmark weekend.
That's almost 2 weeks from now. So we're going to have to.
Okay. We'll figure something out.
We're gonna.
Oh, I'll tell you what. We'll do Operation Christmas Drop, and then our last one will be.
Oh yes, we'll just reorder things.
Yeah, we'll shift some things around because I think we'll talk about our trip and we'll start watching the mistletoe mysteries, mistletoe murders and stuff. But also, I want to have like kind of a an idea of like, because it's impossible to review any of these movies in a way that like, because like I said, it's all a formula.
Right.
So what we have to do is we have to find like, what are the things, what's our Doug and Donna, like, for our side characters, what are the, is there chemistry between our two main characters? Do we like how all of the conflicts are wrapped up in the end, because we know everything's going to be okay, but do we like how we got there?
Yeah. And there's just so much to talk about with this just media empire of like how everything works. Because as we have mentioned many times, we are really into the logistics. We're really into behind the scenes content. We want to know, like, did everybody have fun making this movie? That's the kind of thing that matters to us. Yeah.
Did everybody have fun at the American Legion with the big curtain put up?
Yeah, we love the behind the scenes details, and there's so much other stuff to talk about too. Like I said, the notion that this is a conservative fantasy just really rubs me the wrong way because, like, let's be honest, everybody needs fantasy right now.
Yeah.
And that's always been my thing since I am a travel agent who specializes in theme parks. Like, I have always been about escapism. And that's my job, is to make things funny and amusing and help people escape from reality. So to me, this is just more of the same. And everybody wants a Stars Hollow. I mean, that's not a conservative thing.
No, it's a
going
cozy...
back to, that's my era of, Gilmore Girls. Everybody wants a Stars Hollow where the small town has nice people working for it and working in and around it, and everybody's friendly with each other. And like, that's not what small towns are really like.
No.
So we have a lot. We have so much to talk about with all of this stuff.
There's a lot to cover. So we will find a way to continue to cover this. I don't know how, I don't know what that's going to look like.
It's going to be an evolving project.
It is. But
we really have a lot of fun working on a creative project together. So
yeah. And this is fun. This is good. It's good to, go podcast with your wife, fellas. You get some good face to face. You got to put your phones down.
That's
you gotta sit here and
another
talk.
topic that we need to get into. Also, is like what makes the perfect leading man and why.
Yeah,
and why dudes who are lonely should be watching Hallmark movies.
Yeah. Because it feels like you could probably like hot swap most of the female leads. Like obviously some, Allison Sweeney, a much better actress than some others, but like the hunk makes it. Like the hunk we gotta watch that Three Wise Men. One.
That's brothers, right?
Yeah, there's a whole series of like three goofy brother characters,
and
Christmas characters.
Those actors show up in other movies.
Yeah.
But what I was going to say when I said, this all was you spent like an hour browsing the Hallmark Plus Roku channel tonight, just like going, ooh, what about that? Ooh, what about that? Yeah. Oh, look at that one. Like
adding things to the list.
Yes. So it is definitely, it definitely has become a hyper focus in this house.
Look, I am a married 42-year-old male. I don't give a shit.
And you've always been very secure in yourself. You make no apologies for who Francis is.
I would make a fantastic Hallmark hunk, like honestly, if I was much younger. But no, I could do a Colin Ferguson. I could be the goofy divorcee or the man who.
Whoa there, sir.
I was thinking as we were watching Finding Mr. Christmas, I have obviously no chance. Because some of the stuff that they're doing, I don't think, like when they're doing the suspended photo shoot, I don't think my body would be able to do that at all. But a lot of times they're all just showing up and showing off rippling abs. I'm like, proper Hallmark hunk would be able to look at his wife and tell exactly what cheeses they have in the fridge right now. That's a Hallmark hunk.
Because in Christmas at the Catnip Cafe, the male lead was saying like, oh, marriage should be a partnership where like somebody's there to help you out at the end of the day and hand you a glass of wine. And since we're not really big drinkers at this phase of life, Francis was like, no, you bring your wife a plate of cheese. And I was like, that's right.
Here's some snacks, my love. You've had a hard day.
Bring me some chicken salad.
Fellas, find your wife's favorite snack and just make that all the time.
Yeah. The Hallmark movies are really the key to. It is a bit of a fantasy, but it's mostly what women are looking for, which is like somebody who's kind and helpful. That's it.
Yeah, every man in this has some sort of like they can fix something that's not complicated. We've seen 2 fences fixed so far. One of them was just squeaky. That's easy, guys. That's just some WD-40. Very simple. But they all have.
But fix something that they're just not going to get around to on their own.
Well, and I think also like you said, it shows that they care about something that's not them.
Yeah.
And that's a big thing for dudes is to like, can you focus on something on a project? Can you finish a project? Can you be compassionate and not make everything about yourself? And
have empathy.
Can you have empathy? Like all very basic things. Like you don't have to do a bunch of push-ups.
But it seems very difficult for some people these days to like think outside of themselves, think about other people, think about being part of a community, being kind and empathetic. Like that seems to be difficult for a lot of people.
Yeah. Every one of these Hallmark movies that we're watching, even this Christmas Cat Cafe, the guy kept saying about like how much the Cat Cafe does for the community. Yeah. It's all about like the dude, whoever is the goofy one or the one who is the playful one or the one who hasn't forgotten Christmas is always doing something positive in the community.
That was true of Christmas in Montana too. That the rancher was just giving everything away to everybody.
Yeah.
And having like this big Christmas dinner, caroling, s'mores, the whole 9 yards.
Christmas on duty. They go down south and they pick up Christmas presents and
never did talk about where the money came from.
Never did. We don't talk about where the money comes from. Just that the presents show up on time. But it shows, it's somebody who has compassion and somebody who wants to do something for the community, something that wants to have a positive effect. And the women love that, fellas. The women love that. And if a woman doesn't love that, you don't want to be with that woman.
No mean-spirited women who can't find Christmas. Oh, and then the other thing that's always very important in a Hallmark hunk is that he is always the one to say, of course we need more decorations.
Of course we do. Yeah. He will always agree with the woman when she says, but can we do more? And he'll be like, I guess.
And the Catnip Cafe, she had no decorations and he had extras.
He does. He had lots of decorations for when
Christmas in Montana, Sheriff Jack.
Sheriff Handsome. He just could not get enough of the decorations. They were everywhere. There was so many, like even the Catnip Cafe one that we watched today, they go over to the veterinarian's. His sister works from go over to the sister's house. They have 2 kids already. And so they're sitting in the back of this house. Gorgeous house. Yeah. Like phenomenal. Like again, one of those pause and look, this is the patio and you have a grill and a oven out here. Holy shit.
Outdoor kitchen and then like 5 Christmas trees on the patio.
Fully decorated Christmas fucking trees. There's so many. Let me tell you guys, in our house, we have a Christmas tree that's up. That has lights that are already on it. I have a string of lights across the front of our house that's about 68 feet, I think, for that line that we have. And we have some glowy Mickey lights. That's it. That's
and the garland on the fireplace.
We've got the garland. I've got a couple of other string lights that I could turn on, but like, holy shit.
We don't decorate the bedrooms, the bathroom.
No. There's so much that,
Hallmark is every inch, and it's all that Balsam Hill they keep mentioning, which I don't know if that's owned by Hallmark or not.
I hope so. Like they've got so much of it.
Yeah, it's everywhere. But anyway, every single room of every house and the outdoors and the barn.
The barn, yes.
Every inch of everything is decorated. She taught him like,
if you put the garland way up high in the rafters, nobody can see it. But what if we made a Christmas tree out of garland up the side of the
wall? Thing? Yeah.
Oh, of course it looked gorgeous. Beth. So yeah, this is strap in. This is either gonna burn out in 2 months or it's gonna be the next 5 years of your life. We'll see either way. But Beth, thank you so much for joining me here in our living room once again.
And I hope people enjoy this because we are having a great time.
We are. We'll be putting it out regardless. The hogs will get their slop. Everybody, thank you. We'll talk to you next week.